Welcome back to the channel 40 and broke. It doesn't matter how we got here, all that matters is that we get out of here. One of the reasons why a lot of men are broke around this age is due to making the wrong decisions in life, making poor life choices. One of those poor life choices is trying to impress people in general. There's only one person that you should try to impress, and that's the man in the mirror. Here are 5 people that people keep around to keep them 40 and broke. Especially the 5th one might surprise you, so stick around to the end. 1. The most obvious one. Women. No surprise really right here, huh? You were 40 and broke cause you were trying to impress women. You're making the wrong decisions. Perhaps you're chasing women that are out of your league. Perhaps you try to impress women, taking women on expensive dates, trying to portray the image of yourself that isn't true. Nah, I don't want to blame women for this. I blame you, man, you simps. But one of the biggest reasons why men are staying broke at 40 is because they are trying to chase women. I know of many guys that used to be acquaintances and friends who are around this age and go through a midlife crisis and suddenly want to put it all on the line for a woman. Sometimes even going desperate, bro, because they can't get a woman over here. The fact that they can't get a woman over here should be a sign already that they should stay away from the game and improve themselves. But no, they rather go and try to trick the system, acting like they are unaware that this will all come back to haunt them one day. One day, gentlemen, you will pay. You will pay 10 times as much as you think that you would pay. I can tell you this from experience. You think that you will get it for free, but nothing is free in this world. This is how life works. Chasing women is what keeps a man broke. Chasing women in the long run and women in general is one of the worst investments for a man. There's nothing as fickle as a woman. No relationship with no woman on this planet will give you any form of guarantees. It doesn't matter whether you have children with her. She can always walk away from you at any given moment. And the worst thing is, in some cultures, you still have to take care of her even when she's separated from you, or even when she cheated on you. Something that a lot of men also underestimate and forget is the mental investment that it costs you. Mental energy that you could put in something else, in growing your business, growing your side hustle, learning a new skill, learning a new language, whatever it is. As you can see, gentlemen, left or right, up or down, you will pay the price for chasing women. When you are 40 and broke and you still chasing women, you are a fool. Number 2, friends. Yes. A real friend is hard to find. You will learn this when you get older. When you were young, you think that you have 10, 20 or 30 friends. When you grow up in one neighborhood and you know a lot of people in the same neighborhood, you will think that they are all your friends. As time goes by, you will learn that a lot of people are mean and nasty. And a lot of people won't think twice to double cross you when they get the opportunity. Your so-called friend won't think twice if he can't sleep with your wife. As time goes by, we will learn the value of a true friend. You will only have a handful of friends left. Still, even this social circle can be toxic. It can be the same friends that are holding you back. Nah, here's a tricky one. When you are on this mission, you are 40 and broke, you could have a friend who's in the same situation as you. He's also 40 and broke, but he's complacent. He's satisfied with his life. He doesn't really mind being 40 and broke. Well, as hard as it sounds, even this friend needs to go, even if it's temporarily. That's why I'm telling you, gentlemen, when you are on this mission, it will be lonely. They say for a reason that it's lonely at the top. Because if you want to make it, and you are ruthless enough to do this, you will have to ditch a lot of people that were close to you, a lot of people that you thought that you loved, or you thought that they loved you, and they maybe even love you sincerely. I can imagine that your broke friend truly loves you, but you are crabs in the bucket. You are keeping each other down at the bottom of the barrel. Sometimes you need to let go of people or distance yourself from them in order to get further in life. This is one of the best examples that I can give you. You can have a friend who's in the same situation as you. If he's unwilling to put in the same work and put in the same grind as you don't need him right now. You don't even need to tell him this, but you need to distance yourself in silence from him. He will notice by the time that he's ready to pick up the pace and go along with you on your tempo, he will notice. If he doesn't want to go along with you, you don't need him. He will be a burden anyway. It is what it is. If you want to make it, you have to let go of certain things. Sometimes life is just like this. Sometimes life is all about making painful decisions. Sometimes you have to let go of somebody who isn't even that bad for you. But the past is the past. We don't look back, we look further. There's no time to look back anymore. We can only look ahead of us, gentlemen. If you have toxic friends, it's easy to let go of them. But if you have good friends who are actually good men, good people, with their heart at the right place, but they don't have the ambitions that you have, you still have to let go of them. It's still a toxic trait. as painful as it is. Number 3, family. If there's one thing that you can't choose in this life, it's who's gonna be your family member. Family members are given and not chosen. There's a saying that goes, blood is thicker than water. Despite this, you are still an individual on this earth. When there's a family member, multiple family members, and they are toxic, they have to go as well. You see, family has the tendency to look at you in a certain way, especially when you were in this situation. When you were 40 and when you were broke, a lot of family members will look down upon you, and perhaps rightfully so. Perhaps they gave you several opportunities in life and you never followed through on it. You never made it happen. So they were looking down on you right now and say like, hey, you know what? I don't believe in you anymore. When you were 20, I believed in you. When you were 30, I believed in you. Now you are 40 and you are saying that you're gonna make it? Get out of here. Hey, we need to respect that. But we still believe in each other. This community of men, we believe in each other. We know that you have the drive and the ambitions to make it. We know that you still have it in you. We know that you are willing and able to look at your past life, analyze what you did wrong, and adjust accordingly. If your family doesn't want to acknowledge that you are still a man with potential, well, as painful as it sounds, and even though blood is thicker than water, they also need to go. It doesn't matter how close this relative is to you. It doesn't matter if this is your mother, your father, your daughter, your son, your cousin, your uncle, your auntie. If they are unwilling to support you, unwilling to give you positive reinforcement, they have to go. Yes, gentlemen, sometimes in life you have to let go of a family member, as painful as it is. Still, we don't need that energy right now. If a family member is giving toxic energy, we need to distance ourselves from them. By the time the things go better with us, we might be willing to contact them and say like, hey, how you doing? I'm doing better right now. You want to get in touch with me? You want to see how I'm doing right now? And if they still have this judgment about you, well, then keep them away from you. You don't need that negative and toxic energy that will hold you down, that will hold you back, that will remind you of how low you used to be, your bad days and the bad spots that you were in life. Right now, all you need is positive reinforcement. If a family member is unwilling or unable to give this to you, keep your distance from him or her or them. Number 4, colleagues. This one is a little more complex than the previous 3. A colleague, like a family member, is something that you can't choose. Not everybody has the luxury in life to pick his own occupation, his own work field, and especially not his own colleagues. We all been in a situation where you have to work with somebody who's toxic, a colleague who's negative. Still, you need to know how to move around people like this. If somebody is negative around you, keep your distance from him. Just do what you have to do. Do the job that you have to do. Make sure that you can cooperate with this colleague and go home. Don't say a word more than that's necessary. Don't try to befriend a colleague who's toxic. Don't reward toxic behavior from people in no way, shape or form. If somebody who you work with tries to make your life difficult, if necessary, go to your employer and talk about it. Ask for another colleague. Ask for another position if necessary. If they are unwilling to give this to you, you can always get another job. You can always get another job in the same field. That's why I say, gentlemen, it's really important to work on your skills. If you are 40 and broke, you maneuvered yourself in a position where you don't have a lot of options. If you don't have a lot of options, people will notice this. And all human beings have the tendency to misuse the power that they have over you. If somebody notices that you can't walk away, well, you will be a slave to his emotions. If he feels good, he will treat you good. If he feels bad, he will treat you poorly. And if you are in this situation, you are 40 and broke, you can't just walk away from your job because, as I said before, your job right now is one of the most important things that you need. This, gentleman, might be one of the ways that life will punish you. Right now you can't walk away from the job. Perhaps you did this in the past and this might be one of the reasons why you are here, 40 and broke. Still, you need to find a way to deal with toxic colleagues. Try to identify the toxicity as soon as possible. When you notice that somebody is toxic to you, when you notice that somebody is treating you poorly, try to cut them off right away. If they are unwilling to listen to you, ignore them. Ignore them completely. Only do what you have to do. If you have to listen to them in order to keep your job, but it's only business at the end of the day. Don't be influenced by the negative energy that people are trying to spread to you, especially when you are going through the job, you are ambitious. I already told you, People hated when you were ambitious, especially when you were 40, broke and full of ambitions. They will look down upon you and laugh at you. They will say that you had your chance already. They will say that your opportunity is already gone, but it's not. You still have to work for at least 25 years, so there's still plenty of time for you to make steps in your career. Don't let another man talk you down, or another woman. If a colleague is toxic, know how to deal with them. Identify the problem as soon as possible and act accordingly. Number 5. As I said before, this one might surprise you a little bit. Strangers. Yes, gentlemen. One of the people that is holding us back, ironically enough, is people we don't even know. We buy things that we don't need to impress people we don't know. You see how ironic that is? It's the strangers, it's the people who are walking by, it's people who you don't even know. It might be neighbors who never talk to you, people who don't know who you are. When you get a luxury car, it's way beyond your means. Who are you trying to impress? Well, you could say that you try to get women, but at some point, you could drive a Ferrari, and it's just a Ferrari, it's just a car who will get you from A to B. It's nothing more than a vehicle. At some point, to you it will be just another car. The same thing with a Rolex. You could have a Rolex and wear a Rolex. Who are you trying to impress? Strangers. Because at the end of the day, you will take off this Rolex and it will eat dust at some point. Same thing with all these things that you are using to impress other people, people you don't even know. If there's something that you really want in life, do it for you and only for you. As soon as you try to impress other people, you are in the wrong side of things. If you try to impress family members, if you try to impress women, if you try to impress friends, well, I can already sense that you will also try to impress strangers, so you can get a head nod from a man who doesn't even know you. Maybe strange people are laughing at you. They are sensing that you are an insecure man who tries to impress other people by getting things that he doesn't even need, that he can't even afford. This is why a lot of men are 40 and broke, because they're making poor life decisions. They're trying to impress people they don't even know. They're trying to impress the whole world, but you only need to impress the man in the mirror. That's the only one you need to impress. If you want to look good, go ahead. Try to look your best, but do it for you. Don't do it for other people. If there's something that you don't want to wear, you don't wear it. If there's something that you like, you get it. But don't do this to impress other people. The world doesn't care about you. They have their own set of issues that they have to deal with. Nobody thinks about you. The only person who believes that other people are thinking about you is you. That's why I say, gentlemen, most of the time when a man is 40 and broke, he has several toxic people around him that keep him in this state of mind. It's the women, it's the friends, it's family members, perhaps colleagues, and some strangers that he tries to impress. If you let go of all these people and all these thoughts, there's so much money that you can save, because you only try to impress yourself, the man in the mirror. Stop trying to impress people you don't even know. If you are still rocking with me so far, your time and attention is highly appreciated. Consider giving me a like and a subscription and drop a comment so we can keep the channel growing. Shalom.